down the hole. 3. Nathan stared at the cold, gray ceiling of the room he was in for what seemed like ages, counting in his head the number of bodies he could imagine being sliced open and dissected bit by bit by bit. Eventually, he heard them call his name. Nathan stood and walked across the room to the only other door other than the one he'd come in from. He smiled under the mask he wore, a mask he made himself, depicting the violent, grotesque monster he felt himself to be. As he entered the room, his eyes quickly took in the sight of the bloodstains on the walls. He felt his mind an urge to examine them, but he ignored the feeling. "Hello, Nathaniel. It's been a long time," the masked man sitting before him said. "I know, but I've been busy. Lots of bodies I had to bury." "So?" Nathan trailed off. "Yes, the reason you have been summoned." The man rose and beckoned for Nathan to follow. Nathan complied, following the man down a hallway. The door was covered with small piles of leaves, and at one point they had to jump over a gaping hole that had been covered up. After a long time of walking, they came to a small room with no windows and a table in the middle. On that table lay a motionless woman. "Is she dead?" Nathan said bluntly. He walked towards the woman. The man laughed. "Of course she's not dead. I thought you would remember what I talked to you about last time." Nathan squinted his eyes, trying to make out the woman's face. He found it to be quite average, nothing that stood out. Just then, the woman opened her eyes. They were pink, like an albino's. "She's an albino?" Nathan asked. "Why, yes, of course she is. That makes it all better." The man clapped his hands together, making the woman flinch. "Let's get started, shall we? Remember, all you have to do is stab her in the heart at the end." Nathan nodded. Nathan looked around for the knife and found it at the woman's feet. He grabbed it and placed himself beside the woman's head, humming a short tune. When the masked man began to chant in what Nathan presumed Latin, he stopped humming. Nathan stood with perfected patience, still as a statue as he awaited the end of the chant, wondering why all of this was happening. Minutes passed, and Nathan raised the knife, holding it poised to take from this woman what was rightfully hers. The man stopped chanting and looked to Nathan. Nathan, needing no other sign, stabbed the woman's heart. He imagined a candle being blown out. The room grew still. Nathan stopped breathing as he felt an almost perfect silence fall. No, it was a perfect silence. The woman twitched. Nathan took a step back. "Did I tell you why we do this, Nathan?" The man whispered softly, with a monotone voice he'd not used before. "No. What is this?" Nathan said, the woman turning her head in circles, laughing. "Nathan, we've summoned a demon. An ultimate killer," the man smiled. Nathan held the knife firmly, his eyes narrowed into slits. "Why? Why would you do this?" Nathan watched the woman as she stood, still laughing. "Because our goal is to kill. Kill, kill, kill. That's all we have ever wanted. This demon is a lot like you, Nathan, but better," the man said, leaving the room. "Have a nice time." Nathan screamed as the demon knocked him to the ground. Finding he could not move, the demon slowly crawled on top of him. Her pink eyes were now gone, replaced by endless pits. Nathan felt as the fingers felt their way into his stomach, pulling out intestines and what he believed to be his liver. Nathan tried to let go, to die, but found he could not. "Oh, don't die on me yet. I want to play a little first." The monster laughed as its hand reached for his heart, squeezing hard. His screams only got louder.